Hey guys, how are you doing? The Wrestling Guy back here today, joined by the chairman of the board. And today I thought, why not sit down and talk about the hot topic in the wrestling world at the minute, and that is the return of Bray Wyatt. So, we have to talk about this. There's so many things that we need to discuss and talk about. We haven't even had a chance to really talk off camera about this. So there's a good opportunity for us to sit down and talk with you guys as well about this historic moment in wrestling.
Absolutely.
Bray Wyatt returning to WWE. Let us know down below in the comment section what you think of this. I know that the internet is blowing up with this at the minute. It's everywhere you look. So let us know down below what you think. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Let us know what you think down below. Bray Wyatt returns to WWE.
Yes, finally it has happened.
Yeah.
We have had the teasers for the last few weeks with all the White Rabbit stuff going on, which I've absolutely loved. I thought the White Rabbit stuff has been fantastic. I thought it was a really good way of bringing Bray Wyatt back, because I don't know how else you really could have done this. Bray Wyatt has been such a popular character. He's really sort of gone right across the wrestling world. With his imagination, with the characters and everything that he's been doing. So good to see him back. I really thought at one point he was going to go to AEW, but personally I am so glad that he's come back to WWE, and I can't wait to see what happens, what's going on going forward.
Yeah. So obviously we had the return, we had the real life forms of the Firefly Funhouse characters,
This was absolutely brilliant. Some of the best theatrics I have seen. The presentation was remarkable. What they did at Extreme Rules was fantastic. I think everything building up to it with the White Rabbit stuff, all the cryptic clues, the QR codes, all the hints and suggestions, the little things sneaking out on Twitter, all of that going on as well. Absolutely fantastic. It was really, really, really good, and just kept you interested, just kept you invested. I think we all guessed early on it was going to be Bray Wyatt, and what a return! What a return! I think probably the best return to WWE I've ever seen. If probably not in wrestling. I think he was even better than people like CM Punk and MJF's recent return. Even Edge's. I think even Edge's when he returned at the Royal Rumble. I think Triple H when he returned after his injury, things like that. I think this one has to be up there with one of the absolute best. Absolute
definitely.
best.
And the fans are massively behind this as well. The reaction was absolutely insane. I don't think you could have asked for a better fan reaction. We were both really, really ecstatic for this as well. It's one of those moments as a wrestling fan that you experience quite a lot of. Even when you know who it is, you're 99.9% certain who it is, you still react as if you didn't know anything about it.
But we did, and the crowd did. When he took the mask off at Extreme Rules, we all knew it was Bray Wyatt. But as soon as he took the mask off, everybody just cheered and shouted and chanted. Absolutely
definitely.
brilliant.
It was great. So let's break this down a little bit further, because obviously we did get a couple of clues of various things in the return.
Yeah.
The real life forms of the Firefly Funhouse characters. Is that a little clue or pointer towards future plans?
It could be. There's a lot of talk about possibly Bray Wyatt creating a new faction with his Twitter handle Wyatt6 as well.
Yes.
So there's a lot of suggestion on there. I think a lot of people were kind of speculating that maybe the people that were dressing up for the Firefly Funhouse characters were going to be the wrestlers that would be joining him. I think it's recently been leaked that it was actually just extras and people that they had backstage that actually took on those roles, so it wasn't going to give any clues away. But yes, I think there's going to be. I think there's a very strong possibility that we are going to get a faction. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I think that would be great. If we did get a faction, who would you want to see in Bray Wyatt's faction?
This is really interesting. Bray Wyatt, I think, has got that very creative mind. He knows exactly what he wants to do. He knows exactly how he wants to do it. Braun Strowman would be an absolute fantastic addition. I loved it when he was in the Wyatt family. I think he would be great as the big powerhouse in Bray Wyatt's group. He'd be really good. Dexter Lumis again. I think Dexter Lumis would be a superb fit in this group as well.
Has that that
Yeah.
creepiness, that edginess, that kind of makes you feel slightly uncomfortable, but you want to watch him, kind of thing. Yeah, I think Dexter Lumis would be a good fit.
Definitely. Bo Dallas, a returning Bo Dallas. I absolutely love Bo Dallas. I praise him to the moon.
Yeah.
He's great. He would be a superb fit.
Yes.
I mean, this would make Bray Wyatt's return 10 times better.
Absolutely,
If
100%.
Bo Dallas in there as well.
And when we met Bo Dallas at For the Love of Wrestling, he did make a suggestion that maybe to look out for him, that maybe something was going to happen, and then that maybe we were going to see something happening in the future.
Yeah.
So absolutely would love that. Would
Definitely.
love to see Bo and Bray together.
And I think we do need a female in there as well.
Yes.
Now, the obvious choice would be obviously Alexa Bliss. I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say I would like to see Liv Morgan join this group.
Do you know what? I've been having exactly the same
Yeah.
feeling about this as well. And there was something that I said to you the other day after Extreme Rules, and I said there was something I wanted to talk about, which I think would fit in with the video, but I didn't want to leak it out to straight away. I wanted to discuss it with you. I think that after what happened at Extreme Rules, with Liv Morgan smiling through the pain and everything else, I think maybe we're going to see a darker, edgier, slightly twisted Liv Morgan. But I think that would fit in lovely with Bray Wyatt. However, we do still have Alexa Bliss and their relationship from before.
Yeah.
I would like to see Bray Wyatt approaching Liv Morgan as an opportunity for her to join the group, and Alexa Bliss getting frustrated and angry about this, and maybe we see the two of them clash to maybe see which one of them gets into the family.
It's very interesting as well because we did obviously see that tweet from Alexa Bliss saying hello old friend as well.
Yes.
So
Love it. Yes,
that's
love all of that.
interesting as well.
Did you also see though that about 20 minutes after Extreme Rules, Liv Morgan's Twitter account went dark?
Went dark, yes.
And Seth Rollins' Twitter account also went dark
as well. Yeah, I was literally about to say the same thing. Wow. That's really, really interesting.
Could you see the visionary being part of...
But the thing is, Seth Rollins, he'd make it work. You can't Seth Rollins in that situation. Even if you think it's absolutely absurd and it's the worst idea on earth, Seth Rollins would make it work. I mean, and if I'm honest now, I think about it, it would work.
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely fantastic.
The visionary and the Eater of Worlds, or whatever way that Bray Wyatt is going to go with it. Yeah, I think, that would be fun. Yeah, I would... getting all excited about it. Yeah, I want to see that happen. Can we have that happen, please? That'd be great. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of people have. There's a lot of different speculations. A lot of people are saying maybe the return of Corbin, Baron Corbin.
Okay.
Maybe as kind of because we haven't seen Happy Corbin for a little while. He's kind of been off the TV for a little bit. Corbin
would be a good shout if they couldn't use Strowman.
Yeah,
definitely. As the big guy for the group. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of other names in there. Joe Gacy, obviously from NXT as well.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was going to say to you, if maybe they were looking to bring out anybody from NXT, who would you want to see them bring out?
Joe Gacy would be a great fit.
Joe Gacy.
He is what I call kind of like the NXT version of Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
He has got
I mean, they're doing
dark,
that whole schism thing as well, aren't they? So
definitely.
I think that would work.
I wouldn't even mind seeing maybe a smaller guy maybe be used. Someone like a Theory maybe, or someone like a Ricochet. Put Ricochet back in a mask.
Ooh,
would be awesome.
Yeah, like the Prince Puma kind of thing.
Almost like when Prince Puma went dark.
Oh yes.
Like that kind of character.
Yes.
That would be insane. And what a great way to use Ricochet as well. That would be absolutely fantastic.
That would be great, because in season 3 of Lucha Underground he went dark, didn't he? And he went, and he's had the black mask with the reds on it. Yeah, that would be really, really good. Yeah, I would like to see that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think you do need your big guys in there. You also need your smaller guys in there as well. It'd be nice to have that kind of balance as well.
Yeah, like that.
With Bray, one of the interesting questions I did want to raise as well, with Bray Wyatt, it's very similarly to kind of what we saw in the Wyatt family, is he going to be more of a leader, or is he, is he going to rely on the group to kind of do the in-ring side of things?
Oh, so sort of like back into
Yeah.
into the rocking chair kind of thing.
Yeah. Or is he going to be as involved with the group as the rest of them are in terms of in-ring action?
That would be interesting because I think it would also be interesting to see the same with anybody when they return, whether there's any ring rust,
Yes.
whether whether he'll still be able to go, see what kind of condition that he's in. I mean, sort of recent pictures and things like that have been leaked out online, and that would suggest that he's in really good condition. He's looking fit and well. There are no injuries that we're aware of or anything like that, so that's all good. So yeah, I think he'd be I would imagine he'd be back in the ring. I imagine he'd be back as a fighter, but maybe reserving yourself maybe for like premium live events and things like that. Maybe not a week by week character.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, and that's why I think it would benefit Bray Wyatt to be kind of the leader of a group, because very similarly to what we've seen with groups like the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, you don't need to be in the ring to make an impact.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, he knows what he's doing on the mic, he knows what he's doing with the camera. So I can envision all of these kind of backstage vignettes and the promos and everything else. I can see that all being great. So I think it would be kind of a nice mix to see maybe him do some stuff outside the ring, and a little bit in the ring. I think he'd be great as kind of like a cult leader, kind of directing the traffic. Very similar to what he did in the Wyatt family with Rowan and Harper.
Yeah.
Kind of the way he kind of controlled them and he kind of directed them.
Yeah. I was going to say to you, do you think we're going to see the Wyatt family style of Bray Wyatt that we had before?
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see the Fiend kind of character that we had before? Or do you think we're going to see something in the middle, or do you think we're going to see something completely new?
Yeah, I mean, with Bray Wyatt and the sort of the creative mind that we know he has, the possibility of something new is very likely. I mean, we saw the new mask in his entrance. We saw kind of the way he was kind of displaying himself. It kind of had that original Bray Wyatt feel with the lantern and
everything else. Yeah. What did you think of the new mask?
It was fantastic.
Look, I think it was fantastic.
I'm really intrigued to kind of see kind of what more of the story is behind this new mask and what he means going forward.
I think in some ways the new mask almost looks creepier than the Fiend mask because of that big grin on the face. It looks very disturbing, very kind of...
Definitely, yeah. So my question to you then, who is his first target going to be? Ooh. Who is the Red Cross on at the minute? No pun intended.
That is a good question. I mean, it looks like it's going to be... It looks like we're going to get a SmackDown Bray Wyatt. I think the obvious choice would probably be the Bloodline and Roman Reigns. There is still sort of questions that need to be answered after Roman Reigns returned and took the Fiend out after his title match, and then subsequently took the title off of the Fiend. So that needs to be addressed. That needs to be accounted for. But maybe the Bloodline would be too easy to start off with, and maybe he's going to go. I think I wouldn't be surprised if maybe he goes on a bit of a recruiting drive first, and maybe builds itself up to then maybe getting something going on with the rest of the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll make his way through the lower card first, pick off the people like Ricochet, the New Day, things like that, and make his way up. Then are we going to see a face Bray Wyatt, or are we going to see a heel?
Yeah,
Bray Wyatt. That's the thing as well, isn't it? Or is he going to be in the middle? Is he going to be taking on everybody?
If I'm honest, I don't think I'd want to see Bray Wyatt go straight for get chucked straight in the title picture.
I think that would be too obvious.
Yeah. I think I would almost like to see him build his way up. There is that possibility, though. A bit of a fantasy book in here by the wrestling guy. If he did recruit the Wyatt Six, could we see the Wyatt Six and the Bloodline at War Games?
Ooh, that would be
War Games is fastly approaching.
Yes.
We've had no real indication of any matches. That would be an absolute banger, in my opinion. That would be fantastic.
Yes.
I'm really intrigued to see what happens going forward with this. This is going to be absolutely brilliant. another name that's just popped in my head for a good fit of the group, Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh,
Tommaso
Tommaso Ciampa's been off for a while.
Yeah,
he has been off for a while. So yes, that would be a good shout as well. Yeah, yeah, I could see that.
Well.
That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. So
yeah.
I think there's a lot to look forward to with Bray Wyatt going forward.
Yeah.
I think we can really sort of.
Are we going to see Rowan come back as well? Obviously, Rowan's not currently signed. He's currently a free agent.
Well,
from what I've read as well.
Yeah,
so
we've just seen Good Brothers come back, haven't we? We've just seen Gallagher and Anderson. So yeah, we never know. But yeah, there's going to be a lot. Yeah, I think there's a great potential for so much to go on here. We're excited to see Bray back. I think it's a really, really good opportunity. We met him For the Love of Wrestling as well. He was fantastic. His mind is full of ideas. He's got this this constant boiling pot of ideas and scenarios going on in his head, and I can't wait to see what we get. And I'm hoping that under Triple H's regime, that Triple H is going to let him go free and let him just carry on and do what he wants to do, and really lets him get involved in the character, really lets him push it forward, and takes us to strange new places that that we've not been to before. Yeah, I think Bray, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, Bray.
Yeah. And we also did hear on Raw as well that Bray Wyatt is going to be appearing on SmackDown as well.
Yes.
So hopefully I know myself and the chairman are going to be itching for a Friday night so we can watch that. So that's going to be
absolutely,
because I think the whole wrestling universe is desperate for some answers.
Yeah.
So really excited for that one. See what happens.
Fantastic.
So yeah, absolutely fantastic. We just thought we'd jump on here and just break down this Wyatt return because it is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's blowing up in the wrestling news at the minute. Please do let us know what you think down below. And a very important question, if Bray Wyatt is starting his own group, the Wyatt Sticks, who do you think is going to be in the group as well? Any names that we've missed? Any obvious ones that stand out? Do let us know in the comment section down below. And also, who do you think is going to be Bray Wyatt's first target as well?
Yeah, let us know what you think, guys. We're looking forward to reading
definitely. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.